Morning Mindset, a daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markel. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markel.
Hello and welcome back to Morning Mindset. I am still your host, Paul Markel. And yes, Zachary, I will attempt to not rub my hands together because I know that annoys you. Welcome back, and thank you once again for being a part of the Morning Mindset audience and for sharing this with other people so that they can enjoy it as well. Today's topic, savor the moment. I'm going to assume that the vast majority of you who are listening to me have full-time jobs, and you probably have families, and you may have children, you may have small children, and you are busy all the time. Every day, every night, every afternoon, you're busy. And you say, Paul, I know it's nice that you offer this advice to savor the moment, but I just can't. I'm very busy. You don't know. You don't understand how busy I am. I get that. I understand that. But you still need to take the time. When we were on our 2-week road trip here recently, we were very busy. Obviously, we were going from here to there. Like I said, we were in 8 different states, and that's a lot of moving around. That's a lot of shuffling, driving, and so forth. But I still took the time to savor the moment. Now, you guys know, at least you should know if you've been paying attention, that I do enjoy a good cup of coffee. And sometimes it's hard to find a good cup of coffee on the road. Sadly, people get so busy and they just want to get it, right? They want to get coffee. And then that's part of their day, and I just need to get coffee and go. And so what they will do is they will willingly accept a substandard product. And I'm not about that. If I'm going to consume coffee, I want to make sure that it is not a substandard product. It's not hard to make good coffee, but it does take effort. And quite frankly, the vast majority of gas stations and restaurants and quickie stops in the world make very, very poor coffee. And I don't want to go off on a coffee tangent, but I can't figure out for the life of me how it is that restaurants that pride themselves on their breakfast meals, there's the one that starts with a B, the one that starts with an I, the one that starts with a W. They claim to be breakfast restaurants and breakfast oriented. And their coffee is little more that it's like brown, tasteless water. It is hot, brown, tasteless water. How they get away with that, I don't know. Maybe you can write me a letter and tell me how it is that breakfast restaurants can get away with serving crappy, generic coffee. Maybe it's just because their customers don't ask for anything else. But regardless, take the time to savor the moment. Those small things, a good cup of coffee, quiet time with a book, an actual book, or a walk. That's something that I did a few times while we were on the road, is I just took the time to take a little walk by myself. And when you're traveling with people, even when they're people that you love, even if they're family members and you love those people, but when you're cooped up in a car with them endlessly for hours at a time, or an airplane or a hotel room or whatever, sometimes you need a break from those people, even though you love them dearly. Savor the moment. Take a little walk, even if it's 15 minutes, to just quietly walk around. I did that a couple of different times where I just got up and went off by myself and took a little walk. And it was nice. It was refreshing. It gave me time to savor the moment. Savor the moment. I love cigars. You guys know that. I enjoy a cigar. And I was able to savor the moment by sitting down with some close friends and enjoying a cigar and having a conversation. And I mentioned it to one of the people that we had a small group of friends, and we were all enjoying cigars. And I mentioned to him, I said, in our business, with what we do, we're always trying to come up with new ideas or talk about new products or new this or new that, and we're go, think. Oh, I got to come up with the new this and the new that and so forth. I said, but we don't take enough time to simply sit and have a conversation, enjoy a cigar, maybe an adult beverage, and savor that moment. One of the moments I was able to savor, or several moments that we were able to savor, was sitting down with friends and sharing a meal and talking over that meal. You know, it's funny when family members, and I've seen this, when people who are, well, they spend a lot of time together, will sit down, everyone's constantly looking at their phone, right? But when we went out with our friends, with our business acquaintances and so forth, and had dinner together, some people I met for the very first time, we talked and we had conversations. People weren't constantly looking at their phones, and it was really nice. It was a very quality time. Savor the moment. I understand you're busy. I understand you have kids. I understand you have a full-time job. I get all that. But every once in a while, you just need to sit back and reflect and savor the moment and appreciate the small things. Appreciate a good cup of coffee. Appreciate a quality conversation with a friend. When is the last time that you actually were able to sit down and not have to look at your phone and not have to text or answer emails or any of that? Just sit down on a porch. Oh, the American porch, I tell you what. The back porch, the deck, that place, it's sacred to me. To be able to sit out on a porch or on a deck and just have a conversation with a friend. Take the time to do that. Look for the opportunity to do that. Look for the opportunity to savor the moment, and your life will be just a little bit better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being members of the Morning Mindset audience. If you would like to read books by yours truly, Paul G. Markel, you can go to Amazon.com, type in Paul G. Markel, and you're going to find them right there. Same thing on Kindle. Kindle, obviously, instant downloads. And as a quick aside, yes, while I was on the road, the physical proof copies of the Morning Mindset book arrived. My proofreader and bride went through them, found all of the thes that should have been thens, and the yous that should have been yours, and the missing commas and so forth, and made the final edits. So I am hoping by July 1st that the Morning Mindset book will be available on Amazon and Kindle for you guys. So that's just a quick update. All right, I'm your host, Paul Markel, and I will talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markel, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.